Hello everyone, my name is Min and welcome to my channel. And today my lesson is about English pronunciation. Okay, there are many things that constitute pronunciation in English. One is how to make sound. Another factor is how to put intonation. Last but not least, it is important that we give stress to a certain syllable. Stress. So sound, intonation, and stress. They all make up a good pronunciation. And today we're going to focus on this one. And as with all other languages around the world, English pronunciation, all the sounds are divided into largely two factors. One is vowel, the other one is consonant and vowels. Okay, and there are 19 vowels in English and about 26 consonants. And these consonants are for our next class, and today we're just going to focus on vowels. Okay, and English vowels are also divided largely into single and double. What I mean by that is, in case of single sounds, you only have to move your tongue and mouth once. But for double sounds, you have to move it twice. So double sounds are basically combination of two single sounds. And single sounds are also called monophthong, and double sounds are called diphthongs. Okay? So vowels are divided into single and also into double. And among the single sounds, we also categorize them into three different groups depending on where in our mouth the sound is made. Okay, so let's take a look at this picture. So this is our side of our face. Okay, so here we have the forehead and slightly sullen our eyeball and our nose and our lip, and this one is our teeth, and the red one is obviously our tongue. And here we have the airway, throat, and all these parts, our lips, our tongues, and our airway, throat, and this part, our nasal area, all combine to make English sounds. So you have to learn how all these parts collaborate together to make beautiful English sounds. So when we have English sounds made from the front of our mouth, we call them frontal single vowels. And when we have our sounds made in the middle of our mouth, we call them central single vowels. Central single vowels. And lastly, the last sounds are made from the back of our mouth, so they are back single vowels. Okay, and these doubles are basically a collection of two of these single sounds that we make. Okay, so basically that's how we should approach when we learn English vowels. and only then you can learn how to enunciate the right sounds in the right way. Okay. And before we move on to the next part, I would like to put emphasis on why you should learn all this very complicated looking system of English sounds. The main reason is because you, as foreigners, you do not really know how to distinguish between each sound that is made in English. As native speakers, they naturally understand the difference, but as foreigners, it will be extremely difficult for you to understand the very slight difference between each sound. Let me give you an example. So we have the word gun, and another word is sun, and last we have the word saw. Okay, so this one is gun, and this one is sun, and this one is saw, but you are saying them all wrong. And in English, these three words, especially the vowels, this one, they all make different sounds. The first one, if you look at their phonetic symbols, they look like this. Okay, gun. This one makes a very central sound, and it makes the sound gun. And the next one we have the sun. This one, and this one has a very interesting looking character right here, and it's a triangular shape that goes up like a thorn, and it makes the sound sun, or. So you can kind of see, you can kind of tell the difference between those two sounds. The first one was gun, gun, gun. The second one was sun, sun, or. Okay, and lastly we have this one, saw, saw, saw. I mean, if you pay attention to my sounds, you can notice the difference right away. This one has very low, low sound. And in the phonetic symbols, this one has looks like that. It's not C. This one is open till and it's tilted toward the bottom, and it sounds like that too, and it sounds like saw, or. Okay, so the first sound was and the second sound was or. You have to go up, and the last one you have to go down. Saw, or, gun, sun, saw. Okay, so in order to understand all these differences, you have to understand the very complicated system of English language, especially the difference between vowels. Okay, let's start with our first vowel sound, that is frontal singles. Okay, frontal singles. As the category suggests, this one makes you pull your tongue toward the front of your mouth. So any sounds that are made from the following vowel sounds, you have to pull your tongue slightly toward the front of your mouth. All right, let's begin. The first sound is written in phonetic symbols like this. Okay, this one is not I. Anything that has the large square bracket, they are phonetic symbols, and you have to enunciate, make a sound of E, 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 E. All right, And there are many examples. For example, sit, sit, sit. And the next one we have hit, 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 hit. Okay, so these are the sounds, and the first one is E. All right, and the next one is this one. Okay, so the only difference between the first one and the second one is that we have these symbols after the phonetic symbol, and this one makes the sound long. Okay, so you have to make the sound of E, but you have to make it longer. You have to prolong the sound. So instead of saying E, you have to say E. Okay, E, E. And one example is this one. Seat, seat, seat. Okay, the first one is sit, sit, sit. And the next one is seat, seat. The first one was hit. Instead, we have heat, heat, heat. And this is where your sound, your pronunciation will make a difference. Up until today, many of non-native speakers believed that these two words have the same sound, but they are not. They do not have the same sounds, and they make entirely different sounds. So that's why some foreigners are afraid to pronunciate or say out loud words like this one. So that's the slang word, swearing word, shit. Okay, the sound is very short, and as you can say, it's very explosive. Okay, but the next one is sheet. Sheet is very long. Sheet, sheet, and shit. Okay, and let's look at another example of this one. Obviously, this one is another slang word, bitch, bitch, bitch. The sound is very short, but very explosive, strong. However, same stuff, same things. They're all the same. You just have to make the sound longer and to make perfect sounds of these ones. So instead of saying bitch, you could say beach, beach, beach. Make it longer. Beach, E. All right? So never be afraid of say the word beach. Where is the beach? Where is the beach? I mean, you go to Miami and you see beautiful sand on a beach line, and you want to get into the water right now, and you ask the police officer sitting right there, and you go up to him and ask, where is the beach? And then you're in big trouble, right? All right, the next two are also very confusing, and some people, especially non-native speakers, they just say them out loud, whatever they feel like, but they actually sound very different. And the first one look like this one. So basically E, but they are not E. E is this one, the second one. This one sounds like E, 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 E. Very relaxed. E, E, E. Okay. This one. Bed, bed. Go to bed, go to bed, bed. Okay. However, our next pronunciation is you have to put two vowels together. The first one, A and E together. So the way to really write this correctly is to put A and then write E right onto each other. Okay, so that This kind of looks like latched onto each other. Okay, and this pronunciation is eh, 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 eh. Okay, you have to open up your mouth much wider and make a very stressed sound. So this one, bat, 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 bat. The reason why Batman always looks serious is because his name is always stressed. So Batman, Batman. It's not Batman, Batman. Okay? And another example could be this one. Said. Anything, any word that has the combination of A, I sounds like this one. Said, he said, he said, he said. Okay? But if you go this one, sat, 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 sat. This sounds very strong. Sat, he, sit, sat, sat. Okay, so this one you have to open up your mouth wider. And another example could be this one. Fan, 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 fan. I'm your fan. No, I'm your fan. You have to open up your mouth. And another example of this one would be this. The combination of EA makes either this sound, long E or E. So it's either E or it's either E. Okay, so bread. So bed, said, bread. Bed, said, bread. Bed, said, bread. And the last one is bat, sat, fan. Okay? Okay, let's move on to the next ones. Central, single, vowels. So as the name suggests, all the sounds are made with your tongue. Lying flat in the middle. So all the sounds from this category are made with your tongue lying very flat in the middle. Okay, let me give you an example of that. The first one is this one. Okay, and it makes the sound very relaxed, and your tongue just lying right there in the middle, and your tongue is very flat. So just like that, and you make a very relaxing sound of okay? And examples could be this one, alive, alive, alive. The first very unstressed, relaxed sound is our central single vowel, And the next example is this one, the. Okay? And the next one is very surprisingly this one. It's not today, it's today, today, today. Okay? So as you can see right here, the first one is A, spelling A, and the next one is spelling E, the last one is spelling O. They all make the same sound. Very confusing. Okay? And actually, this sound, this vowel is single most pronounced sound in English pronunciation, and we call this one schwa, 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 schwa. It's neutral. It's neutral noun, it's neutral vowel, schwa. And we make this sound most often and this make a very smooth connection between words. I'm alive the day today. So this schwa is actually the single most used vowel in English. Okay. And the next one, we have a very different sound. Okay, and we covered this one when I told you the difference between three different English words, but they all and this one, the examples of this one is sun, light, and even this one. Very confusing, right? So the first one is sun, sun, and the next one is hut, so it's pizza hut. Okay, and surprisingly, if you look at this word on the dictionary, if you search for this word on dictionary, you will see phonetic symbols that looks like this: mother, 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 mom, mom, mother. It's more of a all sound, and it's not ah or o. Okay, mother, son, hut, they all make the same sound. And the next sound that we have to look at is looks like this. It's not number 3. It's not E. In large, you write it like this, okay? And you put that symbol that makes the vowel sound longer. So, and it sounds like oh, you have to make a very you have to make a tunneled sound. Okay, you have to curl up your tongue and put it in the middle position and make this sound And one example of this one is world, world. Okay, and this one, girl, 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 girl. Okay. And what else? What else? Oh, this one. Her, 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 her. Not him, but her, her. Okay? And they all make very similar sounds. So you have to be able to learn how to speak these words properly. Because if you don't know how to speak, there's no way you can hear them correctly. Okay. Last one of the central single vowel is this one. We will cover this one in the back single vowel section, but they basically have the same sound. This one has the sound of ah, 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 ah. Okay, and you have to make it long. And examples would be this one, glass, glass, ah, ah. And another example would be this one, half, 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 ah. You have to make it long. And another example is this one. It's not watch, it's watch, watch, watch. I bought a watch. Okay? Long, long sound. So these are the 4 central single vowels that you have to understand. And like I told you, this one, schwa, the neutral vowel, is the most important sound in English. You get to hear them most often. Okay, let's move on. Okay, the last set of vowels are the set of single vowels are back single vowels, and as the word back suggests, you have to pull your tongue back. So all these sounds are made with your tongue pulled back of your mouth. All right, let's start with the first example. Is this one, and it sounds like ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, and there are many examples that make this sound. One of them is this one: boot, 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 boot. And another one is this one. So few, few, ooh. You have to make a very long ooh sound. Okay, few, few, and this one. When I taught English to my Korean students, a lot of them could not really say this word out loud. They were saying pronunciations like Zeus, 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 because that's what it has. It doesn't have those double O's or EW, but it sounds like Zeus, 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 and it almost sounds like juice, juice, right? So this one and the word this one, fruit juice and Zeus. The only difference between these two are the consonants. And our next back single vowel is the short one, or this. Okay, both are acceptable. You get to see this written more often in dictionaries, and it has a very short sound of this one: ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, very short, ooh. Okay, and examples are put, 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 look, 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 look. Even these ones: not long, should, 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 could, should. They all make the very same sound, should. And this one is long, few, ooh. And this one is short, ooh, ooh, put. Okay? And that's how you would differentiate those two sounds. And the next one is, we covered this one when we talked about the sound of this: saw, saw, saw. All right. It looks like C, but C, you write it like that. No, actually, you don't write it like that. You write it like this one, right? So it's the opposite, but the entrance, the opening is slightly toward the bottom, okay? About like 15-degree to the bottom, and you put this symbol at the end, which indicate this sound is very long. Or, 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 or. You have to send your tongue to the back of your mouth to make this sound. Saw, saw. And when you are talking, you can kind of feel that your tongue is pulled to the back. Talk, talk, talk. Okay? Talk. Same thing with chalk, chalk. Okay? Last one is this one. Very simple, but you have to put your tongue to the very back to make the right sound of this symbol. Ah, 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 ha, ha, ha. One popular example is this one. Hot, 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 hot. Your tongue is pulled back. Hot, hot. Okay? Hot, hot. And another example could be this one. Top, top, rob, 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 rob. Okay? All right, let's talk about the last section of English vowels. And I've already written them down in case I forget, and I don't want to miss a single thing. I'm usually forgetful. Okay, so let's move on. They are called double vowels, and in very difficult words, they are called diphthongs. Diphthongs. Okay, and basically you have two single vowels combined together, and they're very straightforward. It's just that there are just so many of them. Okay, and the first sound is basically a, e combined together. I. Okay, and examples are like this one. Hi, kite, hide, hide. And the next one is oi, 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 oi. Okay, anything with oi or oi, for example, this one, void, 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 boy, boy, voice, voice. So pretty much anything that has the alphabets O and I or O and Y combined together, they make these sounds. And the next one is A. This one is A and this one is A. Never forget that. A, no. A and E. No. A and A. A. Very confusing, right? A. Simple example would be this one. Pay. Hey. Kate. Skate. Late. Anything that has the sound E and I combined are written like that. And the next one is O. And one example is this one. No. And another example is this one. Row the boat. Okay, row, no, row. They all make the same sound. And stone, own, stone. Road. This one is very tricky. As you can see, there are just so many combinations that make the same sound. Oh, no, row, stone, road, oh. Okay? And the next one is au. Okay? Very simple. Cow, round, wound. Well, actually this one has two sounds. Wound, wound. Okay? And even this one. Brown, own, cow, round, round, brown. And this one is E and ear, ear, ear. You already think of an example, ear, ear, or even this one, ear. So this and this have the same pronunciation. Okay, they look different but sound the same. There are many words like this one. And what else? What else? What else has the word? This one. Here, ear, here. So ear, here. Even this one, here. Here and here, they have the same pronunciation. So confusing. And last one, last of our 19 vowels is e, e. This one is E and this one is E written backward. Okay? L, 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 L. What does that sound like? This one. Air, 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 air. Hair, hair, hair. So as you can see, the combination of A, I makes these sounds. Air, air. How do you say this word? This one has the meaning of successor. So follower. Okay, so if I'm the king of a country, my son would be my heir. Heir. So actually, this H doesn't have any sound. So you're left with heir, heir. They have exactly the same sound, but look entirely different. All right. So all 19 of them, all 19. And there were several things that were super important. But I think this one, if you can understand the sound of this one, then you're pretty much on a very, you're on a shortcut to mastering English. And this one was schwa. Again, let me write that down again because it's so important. Schwa. Okay, schwa, schwa, and it's a neutral vowel, and it's the single most sound English vowel. Yeah, so you have to practice the sound of this one, schwa. Okay, so thank you so much for listening to my very long lesson today, and please leave your comments below, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and wait for my next video on consonants, and there are 26 of them. Goodbye. Bye-bye.